What is up, ladies and gents? Noli here, welcome to another Payday 2 video. Today we're taking a look at update 73, and of course yesterday, which was a very important day for Payday 2, and for myself actually. So let's first of all talk about the update and yesterday, and we'll get on to me a little later on. So, starting things off, the update was generally bug fixes, a nice sort of quality of life update, but it contained a brand new throwable, the Ace of Spades throwing card, which is of course a weighted and serrated killing machine. And yeah, I actually made that up on the spot. That wasn't scripted. I can't believe I just said that. But it's a really cool throwing weapon that works very much in the same way the Shuriken does. As far as I can tell, the trajectory, I struggle to say that word for some reason, is exactly the same. You can pick it up after throwing. It's usable in stealth. The primary difference is that it doesn't have the same poison effect, as far as I am aware, as the Shuriken does, meaning its overall damage per throw may be a little lower. But as far as I'm concerned, that's not a huge loss, especially when the Ace of Spades allows you to carry 21 of them, and you can only carry 10 Shuriken at once. And while they are pick-upable, the additional capacity is probably an improvement over the potential to have the poison effect. So it's distinctly possible that we got a free version of the Shuriken that is actually better than the DLC version, and so you may as well all just use this. There's a little fun part of that DLC that's no longer necessarily worth purchasing, but I'm happy, put it that way. So alongside that, we also got a pretty cool video from Almir explaining all the things that are scheduled to come out in the coming months. Well, probably not all the things, but particularly the things we know are coming and have been coming for a long time. So this video will be linked in the description below if you want to hear it from him, or hear it again from him. I'm going to quickly walk you through what we're getting and how I feel about it all. So, first of all, the GenSec, enemy, and FBI files. We were promised these back last Crime Fest, I believe. And they're finally coming a year later. This is set to come out on the 24th of September. They're going to ship at the same time, and it should be a pretty awesome free update. Up next, we have the Completely Overkill Pack Secret Reward. This was, of course, a DLC purchasable back when the hype train was on. Those of you who purchased it will expect a pretty awesome reward, pretty unique reward that we're not even sure what it is yet. That is going to be released this year's Crime Fest, taking place, of course, in October, so stay excited for that one. Next up, Safehouse Customization, which to me is a taboo word. It's been coming for a very long time, over 2 years now, as Payday has reminded us, and it really needs to come, and it is. Spring 2016 is the general area we are to expect. So soon after the turn of the year, we hope, and I hope it's amazing, because they've had a very long time to refine it. One final thing to mention is, of course, Payday Con, which is supposed to be taking place in Seattle. It's supposed to be taking place on the 28th of August. Stay tuned for a little additional information about that. Not sure exactly how it's going to work. However, it is supposed to be taking place at the same venue as PAX Prime. So, interesting information there. And that's it for the updates we've been given. One notable absence is Crime Wave Edition. No mention of Crime Wave, sadly. So the Crime Wave updates are still in the works. Don't know when they're happening. Don't know when the DLC is coming. I really wish Payday would ship them sooner than later. I get a feeling that they're going to try and do them in large bulk packs as opposed to small, more microtransaction packs as we've had it in the past. Maybe $10 a pop for 3 of the DLCs. So, not bad value for money, but it does mean that everyone who enjoys and plays on the Crime Wave Edition is going to have to wait a little longer for each and every update and DLC, which to me is a shame, but we have no additional news about that, sadly. And that's it. That's all we know from the Payday's second birthday. Awesome information, a lot of important things that we finally have release dates for and we can all be excited about, as opposed from saying, well, maybe these just aren't going to happen. And one final thing I'd like to mention, for those of you interested, is that yesterday, like I said, was an important day for me. Most of you will know I'm 18 years old, which means I just sat my A-levels in England, and I'm actually very happy with the results. I am going to Birmingham Uni. I got A star, A star, A, which by the way was not expected. It was a massive surprise that I actually got results like that, especially given that I spend most of my time on YouTube creating or watching videos. But you know, I digress. That was something to be really pleased about. So I'm going to Birmingham Uni. It won't change anything as far as YouTube is concerned. Just means I'm moving location. We'll have to move my setup, and I might show you the setup once we get there. So excited about that. Excited about the future of Payday. That's it for this video. Hope you've all enjoyed and caught up with the Payday news. I'll see you all next one.